back, make that girl dance. Let's go. Yeah. What is mine, that is yours. You can't hold my lamb. Yes, I own my land. Stacking this paper, you know that I get it up. I can't be broke again. Talking that shit, then that Glocky gon' hit it up. Headshot, soak his man. My chopper get hot, just like a pan. Pop the headlights, just like a ram. I got 10 toes and I counted 10 fingers, so I do not need a helping hand. Monopoly crib, I'm moving again. Got your bitch on me, she grooving again. More platinum again, I just give them a reason to hate. So my nigga shooting again. My group, my roof, drop that shit again. She saw my dick, then she mopped up my friend. No, we do not want to feel too again. When she let me go, I'm on the loose again. She on the molly, she tryna boot again. She ain't in mine, this girl is a lend. I prayed every time when I thought you sent. I write in my mind, I don't use a pen. She giving me time, I watch cause a lamb. Just give me more time, other watch cause a Benz. Look at Lil Uzi, he popping again. Them niggas, they switching, they hopping again. Look at them niggas, they hopping again. She giving that top and she slopping again. Look at this album, it's flopping again. Not taking a break, I'm not stopping again. Too much guap, bands, bellow, foreign, tan. She ignored that man, fucking with me, handstand. I can't lie, she got that good, but that girl, bad. I stay with her, back, make that girl dance. Let's go, yeah. What is mine, that is yours. You can't hold my lamb. Yes, I own my land. Stacking this paper, you know that I get it up. I can't be broke again. Talking that shit, then that Glocky gon' hit it up. Headshot, soak his man. Spent 100,000 on a brand new point on choker. Automatic girls got a motor. I can feel that shit in my shoulder. Brand new watch cost a quarter, and you know it's flooded in water. You know every day I'm getting older, but I'm young enough for your daughter. And you know my neck is flooded in boulders. Getting money, yeah, that's my quota. Even though Lil Uzi getting older, know I'm young enough for your daughter. Every time I'm in my mind, I focus. She give me hypnosis. Talking about the love can't hold it. Talking about the guap can't fold it. Talking about your mind, no, you don't own it. Yeah, just take your time and gotta decode it. Yeah, it's on my mind and they just know it. Yeah, fast pace all the time. Yeah, I can't so much. Yeah, bands, bellow, foreign, tan. She ignored that man, fucking with me, handstand. I can't lie, she got that good, but that girl, bad. I stay with her, back, make that girl dance. Let's go, yeah. What is mine, that is yours. You can't hold my lamb. Yes, I own my land. Stacking this paper, you know that I get it up. I can't be broke again. Talking that shit, then that Glocky gon' hit it up. Headshot, soak his man.
Today, we're going to talk about the NBA draft, craft up some early MLB winners, and let's cash another squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Well, Jovan, the Orioles have now lost 7 games in a row. What a fucking joke. 15-31, more than 15 games under 500. You just got swept by the Nats. I haven't seen the Nats sweep a team, let alone the Orioles, I don't think in my lifetime. I'm all for reading a good book in the off season when your fucking feet are in the sands and you don't have a baseball game to worry about. Mid-season when you got a 6 ERA, fucking lock in, buddy. Put the books down. Grab a baseball. Hit the fucking treadmill, Trevor.
Which the Cubs are a team where if you give them like a single-pronged approach, simple approach at the plate, they can only key in on one pitch, which with Mikey Over is exactly what you have to do. They have been demolishing those pitchers every single time they see it. They ain't stopping now. I'm buying in. We're seeing a shootout.
320 feet. I could hit a ball that far. I mean, when do we normalize celebrating pop-ups? Aaron Judge, typical me guy move. Hitting a nuke there instead of just putting the ball in play. And look, he didn't make the dimensions of the park, but he decided to play in them, and that shit pisses me off.
I got too much to live, no time to forget. New chrome, yeah, I got this shit on my head. You grown, shit, no, I don't got time for this. Alone, you just wanted something.
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Thursday, episode 721 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your 2 hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you are not using Bookit to track your bets, to check splits, to check the betting feed on there that's way less toxic than Twitter, what are you doing? Start today. Go download Bookit. It could not be freer and easier to use on the App Store or Google Play. Whatever phone you got, they got Bookit on your phone. All right, they got it on the App Store. Get involved. Download Bookit, Bookit. The best bet tracking app out there by far. I literally use it every single day. And I just logged in 3 early plays on the diamonds on my Bookit. W's. Jovan, great work on the fucking squad ride last night. Let's fucking go, dudes. Yes.
Sure. Maybe guards.
Yes.
Got a little sweat going.
Sure. We also got 10 subbies coming in to start the day from Sade Whiteman. He's literally him.
Wow. Death Taxes and Sade just setting the platter.
Sade Sploogin. He's actually him. W Sade starting the day off with a bang. Let's fucking go, dudes. Sure we can. Great to see. Okay? Let's have a day, chat. Sade, why not us, bro? Why not us? Sade and Miz have one thing in common. They're both him. Yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. Jovan, they made us earn that one last night. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's never easy. I don't know how, but it never is. And it certainly wasn't last night. But man, you could not ask for a better script to sweat out a squad ride than the Guardians ML last night, walking it off with J-Ram in the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah, you definitely can't take the Guardians expecting shit to be sweat-free because they fuck around.
It's never been easy once betting on the Guardians. That team is kind of ridiculous, but we'll take it. We will take it. W's. We'll talk more about that game here in a moment. We got some early games starting up in like 20, 25 minutes. We're going to have to talk about them. Okay?
Sure.
So let's power through the recaps here real quick. Let's check out how we did overall yesterday. How about a Sharp Report 4-man sweep? 4-0. Come on. 4-0 on Prize Pick Squares. That's what I'm fucking talking about, chats.
Largely air, too, which was goated.
Yeah, Dick Fitz gave us some fits there at the end.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dick Fitz, he was cruising until he gave up the back-to-back nukes, but then was pulled pretty quickly after. I guess you're waiting on Chandler to get a hit for a little bit, but
sure.
Definitely the bottom two were just
Ma. 2 words, chat. Ma.
Really
Let's
just
fucking go.
Cannot get swept. Just the Nats on the card. Just can't get swept.
Wow.
That was
greatest
wager of all time. Just unreal run.
I'll be honest. Last year, Dog Days of Summer, I came on here and I fed cake for damn near every Nats game. I took it personally. I did. Jovan, I went back to the drawing board this year. I said, I got to fucking lock in. If I got to fade my squad, I got to fade my squad. If I got to fade the offense, I got to fade the offense. Whatever I got to do to find winners and turn plays green, it's all that matters. And we've absolutely crushed it. Knock on wood. I guess I can't jinx shit today. They're not playing. Thank God. They can't lose today, but
you can bust today if you want to.
Not a lot of people more dialed than me on the Nats this season.
Yeah.
Facts. Prize Pick Squares. Book plays. Just great reads. Great reads.
You're tapped.
Let's stay hot. Okay. I wish it resulted in more Nats ML bets than them winning, but that's probably, half the battle, Jovan, is me not just taking Nats ML all the time, right? A lot of first 5 unders, some overs in games. We're seeing some runs, right? You got to read this team. A lot of ups and downs with the Nats, but you can get a pretty good read on them and see how the bullpen's doing and kind of bet accordingly. Had a really good run betting on my Nats this year. Let's keep it up, chat. Let's keep it up. Okay? And you're picking the right side too, knowing when to fade and back your pitchers is wild work. I agree, Big Bad. It's not easy. It's actually one of the hardest things to do on earth is bet on your own team and make coins. Plain and simple. It is. Let's stay hot. Okay, let's keep the blinders on. Let's not get fat, happy, and complacent. Let's keep cash in place. Plain and simple. Okay? I think that's it to recap. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it short and sweet. We spent like 30 minutes recapping yesterday. We got some day games today to talk about. You guys want to get to them? Maybe look at some early starts. Maybe look at Pickett Pro. Wouldn't mind taking a peek at some of these early games. Making sure we got our bases covered. Let's pull up Pickett Pro and look at these 1 p.m. starts. 3 games. We'll address them real quick. 3 games starting up at 1:10 Eastern, and then we'll get to the Sharp Report here, guys. Let's start out with Seattle and Minnesota. Talk about this game. Hancock, Simeon, Woods, Richardson. Talk about a guy that I cannot get a good read on is Simeon Woods Richardson, a guy who's had a lot of weird squares up on Prize Picks this season, and I keep, taking the wrong ones, to be honest with you. So not in a rush to really back him or take anything in this game. Jovan, do you have any thoughts on Seattle, Minnesota? I guess I kind of want to go back to Seattle and the ML after they burned me last night.
Yeah, and I wouldn't tell you any different, as much as I don't really care for Emerson Hancock. He's coming off of that god-awful start that I don't want to say really wasn't his fault because it's not like the ball stayed in the yard and it was a bunch of errors, but he was playing in that Wrigley Wind game where he got absolutely turked, obviously, against the Twins and not in a hitting environment like that this time. You would assume he's going to pitch better, and he's got that 2.5 run square up too. So, I think he pitches better, and I'm not a big Wood Richardson fan myself, especially because he gives up a lot of hard contact. So it's bad against the Mariners and Cal. I think bageled yesterday, right?
Let's see.
I know he was
first time
0 for
in 3 weeks.
0 for 3 with 3 Ks when I last checked. I don't know what he ended
Goose egg.
Yeah.
Goose egg. Shugs. Okay. Maybe Cal bounces back. I wouldn't want to fade that guy 2 times in a row.
No, definitely not.
No. Okay. And all Goots cares about is fading Joe Ryan. Goots, move on. Take a lap.
Oh, we got weathermen in chat too. Unbelievable.
I'm taking enough laps today, Krabs. I don't need another one.
I know y'all hate weathermen, but Minneapolis Doppler radar looks hard.
Yeah.
Well, if you know we hate weathermen, then why are you being a weatherman?
You know what? The last time we heard that about Minnesota weather? Yesterday. And you know what game happened without delay? That game.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
All right. Yep. Put those damn meteorologist degrees in the trash. Throw them out. We don't give a hoot. Okay? We're here to cap games, not the weather. All right? Let's look at Tampa.
We'll cap that.
Let's look at Tampa and Kansas City here, Jovan. I'll give a little sneak peek. I'm on the Royals. That is on the Sharp Report. And I am on the over in this game. I know it might be bait. Seeing a 10 total in Kansas City looks weird as hell, but they have not been cashing this year. Plain and simple. I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to take the over in this game along with the Royals. I typically don't take 2 plays in one game. I'm breaking my rule here, but I can't resist. And I think the scripts kind of go hand in hand. If the Royals win, we probably do get an over. And there's some weird squares up on Prize Picks in this game that we'll talk about in a moment that involve the starting pitchers, especially your guy Baz, that make me think he might not have his best stuff today. Give me the Royals and give me runs.
Sure. I would be lying if I said I told you I thought they were sweeping, especially the way the first 2 games have played out. But if the game's going over, it's probably a Royals win. The way their offense is just horrid.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Royals have lost 4 in a row. They got to stop the bleeding. Big day for Bobby Witt. He announced he's playing the World Baseball Classic, right?
And he's burying every day game. Shit's unbelievable.
Right. He's got that weird 2.5 hit run RBI square up there that's pretty red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half the game.
All right.
Does. But I do think that's green.
So do I. What about Toronto and Cleveland? Another game starts up at 1:10 Eastern, starts up here in about 20 minutes. Any thoughts on Gausman and Bybee from you?
Just not a Gausman guy right now, especially against these lineups that, like we talked about it with Scherzer yesterday. Scherzer, I guess, eventually settled down after a bit, but going through the top of that lineup was hell for him. And it's not just because the top of the lineup's very obviously like there's a big gap between them and the rest of the lineup. Like Juan Manzardo and J-Ram is just significantly tougher, but they also grind out ABs. So like for a guy like Gausman, where you know he's going to come into pitch count trouble at some point, he's given up, I think, 3+ walks in 3 straight. It's kind of tough to believe he's going to just skate through seeing them 2 or 3 times, and that kind of trickles down to the rest of the lineup. So like I debated going back to the guards, not going to, but head's still that way.
Okay. I kind of like Toronto. Not going to lie. Maybe I'm getting bamboozled by the Prize Picks board here for Gausman. Could certainly be it. And maybe I'm taking the bait on his 17.5 pitching out square. It's really high considering how moose shit he's pitched of late. And Jovan, he's -140 to the over on that play. Kind of sketches me out at this point, right? It's like so juicy. Why the hell is it even staying up? And it kind of gives me Logan Webb more than 20.5 pitching outs vibes from yesterday, which did not hit. We took that late night on Sweats. It was Trent Square, typical.
Yeah.
That was cake. And that was also -140 to the over, and that's why Trent wanted to take it. Kind of gives me the same vibes. I already locked it in because I do like the under in this game, and we'll talk about that here in a moment. I did lock it in, but it's kind of weird that square is still up. Could be a trap.
We'll be.
See. Only one way to find out. Okay. Look at that. We got a McGregor sub bang. Sure we can, McGregor. Attaboy.
Go McGregor.
Let's go, McGregor. Good to see you back up and moving, my man. W's. Appreciate the subby. You're him. Let's have a day, McGregor. And again, Sade Whiteman dropping 10 subbies. You're the GOAT. I appreciate you so much, man. Hope you have a great night. If you got any questions about the slate, Sade, please let us know. Please. Okay? Dubs. Well, why don't we segue into the Sharp Report? Because I do want to talk about my first play here. It is in this Toronto and Cleveland game. Let's get to it. It's the under. We've seen some overs from these squads of late. Saw an over last night. I think we get a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel this afternoon in Cleveland. Kind of a hot take if you look at both these pitchers right now. And you got Bybee, who's, kind of been okay. And he's got that ERA below a 4 now. Gausman, though, has certainly not been his best in his last couple of outings. But I want to bet the under here, seeing the total dropping from 8 to 7.5. I already thought the 8 total was a little bit low. considering, how mid these starting pitchers have been, and considering, both games in the series so far have gone over, and now we're seeing the lowest total of the series. Kind of weird. The 7.5 is sticking out to me like a sore thumb, and the splits are pretty sharp. I'll take my chances on this under. Full game. Guardians bullpen, I don't got to worry about. Toronto's bullpen, I'll hold my breath. But I'm going to take the full game under here, 7.5. It looks weirdly low to me. I want to get involved.
Yeah. I mean, if you're you need Gausman, I guess you like Gausman, you got to like this under because it probably all hinges on him, regardless of what Bobby does.
Yep. Super sketchy, but I believe in him. Get a rare good start from Gausman today.
Going to need him to do what he did against the Guards first time out, I believe. I think he shut them out. The only start he had. Oh, yeah, that was his best start of the year. 6 innings, 1 hit, shutout, 9 Ks. His only scoreless outing this year, or no, he had 2. He had 1 against the Padres, too. 1 of 2. It was against
Is that the only time he faced his Guardians team this season?
This year, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's not a great sign, but we'll see. We got a question from Sade Whiteman in the Twitch chat here. He says, what do you guys think about Andy Paget's more than 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs? Jovan?
Seeing him, dude.
I wouldn't tell you otherwise.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I can't tell you otherwise. Only, I guess, hesitancy would be that the fact that it's the daytime Dodgers, but that total does continue to go up, as it probably should, because it's Kershaw, Gomber, and Coors. But that game's probably going to get weird somehow, some way. But probably not with Pages. That's a great matchup, and he's seeing him. But he is.
And if you're going off the Trent method, he's got that RBI square up there on the boards.
Yeah,
those
I was about to say.
Pretty fucking green, dude.
Yeah.
Green. Probably a good sign. If I didn't see that RBI square, I'd probably be more sketched. Seeing that up right now. You ride the hot hand, you take them. And I like the over in the game. I do.
Yeah.
I like runs in that game. Okay, totals up from 11.5 to 12. The Dodgers have been an over machine, and they're facing Gomber, and Kershaw is washed. So, let me get runs.
He sucks.
Let me get runs. Okay? Dubs. Let's keep moving and grooving. Pega says, any chance Kershaw gets a lot of Ks today? He's close to his milestone. I don't think it's going to be today.
Don't worry about milestones. Milestones are not relevant. Unless you're talking like a cool 100th or 200th home run storyline. They're all relevant. Pitchers got
unless it's last game of the season.
Yeah, last game of the season.
Last start of the season.
Yeah,
right?
In baseball, those don't matter. It's like incentives in football matter. If you got like a cool storyline for a guy to hit some home run in some place, they matter, I guess. You could make that argument, but everything else could not matter less.
Okay. All right. Let's swing it around. I want to see your first straight bet today, Jovan. What are you cooking up over there, my man?
Mets in a weird game tonight. Grant Holmes against Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning started to look like Griffin Canning sneakily, Krabs. It's been pretty bad over the last couple starts. I think he actually turns in a decent start. And the thing about Griffin Canning is as much hard contact as he does give up. When he has his off-speed working, he generates a lot of whiffs. So like we always know, the possibility of a bad Braves game in that, I guess, category is always around the corner. And we've seen that time and time again, no matter how much their offense has looked better at some times and how much they've looked better at times in the series. So I think we actually get a decent Griffin Canning start today. I kind of like him. And his offense, a lot of the guys, not just Soto, I guess, for the Mets have started to look much better as of recent too. So I think this is a big chance for them to end the series on a high note and get a nice win. And I'm definitely interested that Grant Holmes, I kind of like, and he's been pretty good for them this season. He's had a couple really blow-up-ish starts, but he's coming off of a damn good one, and we're seeing line around to pick him, and then it's starting to trickle ever so slightly towards the Mets. And they're going to be the favorites by the time this first pitch goes off eventually. I think that's a little telling. So I'm down to take him at home here to close the series.
I like it. I wasn't giving you the dude because of that game. I was giving you the dude because of the third play on this board. And I'm excited to hear it.
I'm sure.
I'm excited to hear it. The fuck is that? CFLs?
Yeah.
Madul, we're going to need you, my man. Get Madul up and moving in the chat. I need his thoughts. We'll come back to that. We'll save the best for last. Okay? You're telling me we get to bet on football tonight?
Thursday Night Football.
Fuck yeah.
On TV.
Excited to hear that sell job.
On CBS Sports. Yeah.
Somebody get Madul up and moving. Where is he? Let's fucking go, dude. Huge. I'm excited to hear that sell job. We'll save it. Swing it around, Gootsy. Got another play to talk about here. Kind of already did. Give me the Royals. Give me the Royals on the ML. I think they break their little cold streak here. I think Bobby Witt goes nuclear, like you were talking about. Day game Bobby's him. That could be exactly what he needs to break out of a slump. Okay?
Yeah. He did rip one yesterday.
He's getting there. He's taking better at bats.
Yeah.
I'm buying low right now, as low as you can buy on fucking Bobby Witt. On the day he announces he's going to the World Baseball Classic for the US of A. Good for him. And seeing them catch 10 cents of steam against Baz and how good Baz has been of late, great sign as well. Especially considering they've lost 4 games in a row and the Rays are one of the hottest teams in baseball. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. I'd be pissed if I was you. I'd be bitching about it.
Hey, they're starting to talk about it.
They are. You're right.
I've never seen the MLB post the Rays as much as they have this year.
Okay. So, I mean, all right. So that's good.
Glad.
No
what? Yeah. I guess no. What's pissing me off? I don't know if you saw this yesterday, Krabs. They're like talking with the MLB about like what happens if the Rays get to the ALCS or the World Series, and they're, I guess, trying to move them, which would be unbelievable. Like, I would be so pissed.
You're saying if they go far this year, make a run, and they move the home city of the team?
Yeah, because they're saying, like, because in the ALCS and like the World Series, there's a certain amount of like sponsored tickets the MLB gives out to all of their sponsors, execs, all the people in the big front office. So like that number's like 7,500 or something, and like Steinbrenner Field only holds just above 10K. So like they're talking about moving them to Miami or Atlanta, which would be just an unbelievable disadvantage in the first place. But I would be so mad.
I mean, it's been a couple months. You're telling me they can't fix the fucking trop? What are we doing?
No, they can't.
It's that bad?
I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. They don't really have an agreement to fund it yet, especially with the deal or impending deal of the Rays probably going to Tampa once they get sold to this new ownership group. So why would they fix the trop and spend millions of dollars of money when they're going to use it for a year, maybe 2, if that ends up being the case? But they also can't just play with the roof like gone over top, because the stadium's not designed to drain water. So the second it rains, it's going to be a lake, and it's going to be impossible to clear out. It's like there's kind of stuck.
I know. I don't feel bad for baseball having to spend a bunch of money to fix something real quick. Give me a fucking break.
Well, it's not the MLB.
You know what I mean?
It would be the city of St. Pete would be doing it.
Okay. Yeah, that's annoying.
So like the city of St. Pete's in a lose-lose situation. So what are you going to do? Spend money to fix the stadium that's in your city, and then they're going to leave for Tampa in a couple of years?
Good point. It's a good point. Okay. No need to fix it. Yay, lads, I kind of see a reason to fix it when they make the playoffs and they can have their fucking fans watch their team play. Right? It's 2025. It's baseball. Baseball generates billions of dollars a year. Maybe MLB could step in for once and help out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they're doing now, though, which I'm glad. In terms of selling the team, I guess I'm hearing is a big Rob Manfred thing. He's pretty much pushing Sternberg out, which is goated.
Okay, that is a good thing. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine, yay, lads. All good, my man. Okay. These playoff games were empty anyways, SPR saying. Wow. It's a head scratcher for me.
Those games were in St. Pete, and they were at fucking 2 in the afternoon. What are we going to do?
Yeah, I just don't know. Do the Rays have fans?
Yes. Those games, I mean, it'll be a smaller, obviously, stadium in Steinbrenner, hopefully in the playoffs, but those games will be packed. And I'm sure like they'll add some like bleachers and the outfield where they can, if that happens to be the case, but it'll get loud there. It'll be goated.
Okay.
No one wants to cross that bridge in the middle.
Congrats on making the playoffs, Jovan.
I said hopefully in the playoffs.
Congrats.
Hopefully.
Really, really good job by the Rays making the playoffs. Congrats.
Orioles.
Orioles
might play the Orioles might play the Nats in the playoffs.
You can't cheer about the Orioles. I'm done. You can't cheer at me anymore. So.
Gates, get up here. Get your ass up here, Gates.
What do you want?
I want you to let the people know what you were bitching about earlier today. I want to see if Chad agrees with you or not.
I mean,
let it out.
We got a fan doing fucking roll call in the fucking stands. What's going on over there, Krabs?
My lights are fucking flickering. Hold on.
I don't know if anyone saw the video, but there's a fan in the
Jesus.
stands, literally screaming players' names, saying "Yo!" just like the bleacher creatures in fucking the Bronx.
Yep.
And then we're spraying Mr. Splash while we're getting fucking no hit. No hit.
Yeah. It's absurd. It's Mickey Mouse, Disney World type vibes.
Yep.
Is what it
Disney,
is.
dude.
It's Disney World vibes. This is what I was bitching about earlier this year. I did a steamed crabs. They think they're in a fraternity
Yeah, but
out there on the field.
Krabs, you're thinking of it in the way that I'm not. I'm not complaining that Mr. Splash is a thing. It's great for kids. They love it. It's also incredible in the heat when you're getting sprayed with that shit. When we're winning, not getting no hit.
It's fair.
We're doing the wave when we're getting no hit.
Me personally, as a grown-ass man, I don't want to get wet at a ballpark. This is not a water park. This is not Jungle Gyms in Ocean City, Goots. This is not the beach.
You don't.
This
get
is a baseball game.
You're not getting like soaked with water. It's just like literally drizzles. It feels really good when it's 100 degrees. You
Okay.
can't deny that getting taking a cold shower after being in 100 degrees doesn't feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's not like you're getting doused with water.
It's when they're getting no hit by DeGrom and DeGrom's throwing a perfect game and they're splooging in the outfield celebrating like they won the World Series.
Maybe
That's
sit
what gets
down,
me.
Mr. Splash. Maybe leave the ballpark.
Hey,
There should be a rule. You're not allowed to splash until you get your first hit of the game.
Well, it's
Yeah,
when
shout out Kowser.
Not
Shout out
even.
Kowser.
I don't care if you get the hit. You're down 9-0, 7-0. I'm done.
Oh, Goots.
I'm done.
What have the O's become?
Whoever that kid is that's doing a roll call in the outfield, leave the city, go to Syria. I don't care.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten his ass kicked.
Get the fuck out of my ballpark. Get the fuck out.
I can't believe he hasn't gotten his ass kicked.
He
at
should.
the ballpark.
And he
doing
will.
that.
Because it's starting to go viral. His dumbass.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be doing that again. Okay.
Leave.
We got Trot's picks coming in, resubbing Goots. That's good.
Great.
Let's go, Trot's picks. Sure we can.
Hey,
Gotta find happiness somewhere. Orioles roll call it is.
I gotta give the O's props. As mooshed as they are just incredible goat whale respecters. I got a DeGrom gem against the O's. I got a Reese home run against the O's. They actually scored against Hunter Green for his worst start of the year. So I got a tip cap. Tip cap to the O's. They're doing job.
You guys are all splooging to pull up Trent's tweet.
Yeah, you got on J-Dub's Instagram.
No way.
Sick.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I'm seeing people tweeting about the guy doing the roll call. Bro, he's doing it sitting down, too. What a loser.
Yeah, look, what are we doing?
He's not even doing
Not
it
even
right.
committed.
Loser.
Not even committed.
Bad person.
Jesus.
Dork.
Bad person.
Little pecker.
We can't well, yeah, sure. Can't confirm he's a bad person. Okay. But you
I
could
can
make an
confirm
argument he might have a little pecker if he's doing the roll call
I
at
can
the ballpark.
confirm it. Can
Okay.
so confirm it.
Okay. Can we get this Trent tweet up and moving, or is that too much work? Okay. Let's gas him up. Good for him. That's fucking sick. Did he just post like a collage of a bunch of like
Yeah, it's just
pictures
like a
or
bunch
some
of
shit, and
different
Trent was in
random
it?
shit.
That's fucking awesome, dude. What the? I mean, imagine you're a fan of a team and one of the best players just puts you on his Instagram.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I want to see if I can find it. God, this guy posts a lot of pictures. Holy smokes.
Literally whole photo
18
gallery.
pictures per post. Why can't I find
Entire
it?
photo gallery. GG.
Oh, here it is. 9 minutes ago. Hilarious. Let's go, Trent. And he's hanging out with Alex Caruso today, headband and all, serving chicken fingers.
Putting fries
Let's
in
go,
the bag.
Trent. Good for him. Literally putting fries in bag. Who would have thought? I mean, if we asked Trent if he'd be putting fries in the bag next to Caruso a year or two ago, he'd say, fuck no. No shot. That is goals. Literally putting fries in the bag with Alex Caruso. 2-time NBA champ. Let's go. Good for him. That's the kind of shit that makes me really happy and shows that we're doing the right thing. Shout out J-Dub. Hell yeah.
J fucking.
Shout out J fucking. Okay. Nerfy time, yay lads is saying, I bet. Oh no, did I not get it in? Oh. Goots, I didn't get it in, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't get it in. Shit. The Gaussman Nerfy square. Because I'm over here yapping about Trent.
It was off board anyway.
It got taken off?
Yeah. We were talking about that as we were about to start up.
Sorry. That's really annoying. All right. Well, now we got no rush to go over the prize pick squares, so. You have Jake Magnum, though. More than fantasy score.
Yeah. I mean, that's in an hour still. We still got regular plays. We can get there.
All right. Talk about the Cubs.
Yeah. Cubs show today. Coming back. Not a Max Scherzer older guy, super injury riddled. So I'm not like running to fade him, obviously, but this is one of those series. We're talking about this with the O's Rays series. It's one of those series that just seems like a split. It seems like it's going to be back and forth at points. And we've had the Cardinals dominating game, then the Cardinals close win. Now we have the Cubs dominating game, and we're probably going to get a Cubs close win today. Just one of those series with how much it means for both of these teams and how much both these fan bases and teams are treating it like it's literally the World Series or NLCS, I guess, at this point. But I think he's going to come back and pitch pretty well, even if he's on some sort of restriction. I think it's absolutely fine. This Cardinals team is good against lefties, probably should be better, and it's kind of been trickling to worse and worse throughout the year. So I don't think it's the best matchup for them, especially because they've been striking out more against lefties too. So again, you don't know just how full strength he's going to be, but they've worked him back up enough and they feel confident. So like the strikeout stuff, in my opinion, will still probably be there. And I think it'll be good for him today. But the other side, we do have our, I guess, vaulted enemy with Andre Palante, which is the big thing. He's been sigh as of late, but the Cubs have just torn apart. We talked about this. They do really well against two different pitchers, like the soft tossing guys that fill up the zone and the pitchers that give up a lot of home run balls. Palante is definitely not the latter, but he is the former. So especially being that I know this is a little different of a Cubs lineup, but a lot of them have still seen a good bit of him. And again, he's going to fill up the zone. He's trying to be a soft contact guy at the top of the lineup. When you put those guys in front of him, they've done extremely well. I want to back that to happen again today. So I do think Shota pitches well, and you get the Cubs offense to do somewhat similar to what they did yesterday, and they get the win, series split.
Great sell job. I'm bought in. Did I expect you to back Shota coming back from injury? No, I did not. But do I love everything you just fucking said? And am I down to back the Cubbies today on the road and fade Cy Young Palante? Sure. Sign me up. Cy Young Palante. He deserves it. He's been dealing.
Yeah, yes.
Been good for him. Okay. I was a little bit concerned about Palante barely being a dog in this spot, but I know the Cardinals get some line respect, and the Cubbies are getting roasted for playing like quail shit against good teams. So, yeah, my contrarian senses would not let me lock in the Cardinals. It was just a line-looking thing, seeing they were barely dogs, but they're home. They're the Cardinals. The Cubbies don't play good against teams over 500. You guys saw that graphic going viral this week because there's nothing else to talk about, and it's a little bit blown out of proportion, like we were talking about with Joshi on TMA. It's not that big of a deal. But could be a good time to back the Cubbies after that shit's going viral.
Right? Yeah, might have to.
Okay. I'm in. We got Madul lurking in the chat. Let's fucking go, Madul.
Let's go, Madul.
That call has reached him. Our CFL GOAT. He goes, CFL play got me lit, Jovan. Hell yeah.
There we go.
Let's go, Madul. Sure we can. We'll get to it. Save the best for last. I got one more straight bet for the peeps here, Gootsy. Swinging around. Favorite play of the day today. Giants first 5 -1/2. Back in Birdsong.
Birdsong.
Yep. I like Birdsong. Krabs guy. I like this Birdsong
Krabs guy.
Pretty solid. Junk. Unbelievable name as a pitcher. Having the last name Junk. Give me a fucking break. Junk's been good. Junk's got a sub-3 ERA. But Junk's got a really low fantasy score today on Prize Picks. I think the Giants might get the Junk. I think he might pitch like Junk today. He might pitch like shit. I want to back the Giants to salvage the series, Jovan. Sneakily, Miami's been on fire. Don't let them get hot. It might be too late. They're playing their best ball of the season. They've won 4 of their last 5. Playing pretty good, scoring some runs. Had a good game last night. They're going for a series sweep today. Good fucking luck. I think Birdsong locks down. His squares make it seem like he's going to pitch solids. Maybe not a fucking no-hitter, but solid enough. Good enough to back. And then Junk, his low fantasy score makes me want to get involved here early and often. I'll keep the bullpens out of it. And look, I talk about not fading streaks in baseball. If Miami wants to come back and win this game, that's fine. But the only way I see it happening is if they come back late against the bullpen. I don't see it early. I see Birdsong going out there doing yob. I see the Giants getting to Junk. And then if the Marlins want to make it weird and come back and get another W, they can. But through 5 innings, I'm seeing the Giants up in this one. They strike early after getting embarrassed the last 2 nights by the Marlins.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, especially after they, not that it was fully against Logan Webb, but they hit up Logan Webb more than the whole world seemed to think and won that game off the bullpen in the end yesterday. Might come out a little flat today. Jansen Junk's been sneaky decent. They need him to go a little longer today because the pen's been destroyed the last 2 days, like it always seems to be with the Marlins. So maybe you leave them in a little too long into that 5th inning, and somebody takes him to the barn. I'm kind of.
Right. Let's fucking go, dude. -0.5, no MLs would be too juicy. So we got to lock in and hope they're up after 5 innings, chat. Okay. We got Juiced Crane coming in, resubbing. Been a while since I've seen Juiced Crane up and moving. Let's fucking go, dude. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Crane. 23-month resub. You're him. Appreciate you, Beast. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Junk is a weird pitcher. I agree. Am I sketched a little bit to fade him? Yeah. But does his low fantasy score on Prize Picks with his sub-3 ERA make me feel a little bit better about it? Yes, it does. Let's fade him today. Okay? Let's fucking go, chat. Oh, we got Brian C. coming in, giving out his subby, and what do you know, Giovanna Hype Train. Moving and grooving.
Wow.
Let's fucking go, dude. Sure. W
Get
Hype
moving,
Train.
Brian C.
W Hype Train. Let's fucking go, Brian C. Attaboy. Blessing up the community. It's Dead Eye Live coming in and getting a free subby.
That's good.
Congratulations on your handout, my man. Let's fucking go. Brian C, you're him. All right, let's move. I need to hear this sell job. Extremely excited to hear why you like points in the CFL tonight. Is this a standalone game? Who's playing? Give me the fucking breakdown.
Standalone game, Elks Blue Bombers on CBS Sports, which been sneak betting and I guess keeping some of these games in the rear view when they've been put on national TV. So I've been peeping them a little bit, but I've put eyes on the Elks a couple times. They are horse meat, and they are, every time I watch their defense, it reminds me of like prime TCU, Baylor, Oklahoma, Big 12. It is just fucking terrible. So like now they're playing obviously like one of the better teams in the league in Winnipeg. So like it's a weird turnaround game for Winnipeg because they just played Saturday. I don't know how often they put these teams in these spots for the CFL like they do in the NFL, but it's a Saturday to Thursday turnaround. So it's like the short week that we see in the NFL sometimes. But now they're playing them. And I guess the bottom line is the Elks defense is moose shit. So if there's any way for them to stay in the game, it's probably going to have to be with their offense and scoring points. I don't think their defense is going to catch up. They have like a new OC and this quarterback, Trey Ford, who's like baby Lamar, but he's even worse. And he hasn't really worked out so far. So like if anything's going to come together, they had like a good meme off fourth quarter that really didn't mean anything. And the last game where they came back, scored a bunch of points, but they're getting blown out all throughout the game. You could get that script again. So they're like 10.5 point dogs and playing a veteran team, a much better offense. Like, I don't know if they're going to give up. I think they're giving up 30 points in both their games so far this season. Might happen again, but their offense can be able to keep up and maybe cover, keep them within the 10. But again, they're going to stay in this game. It's probably not going to be because of that Nuck defense.
Points. Did you say baby Lamar?
He's plays like him. He's played like him. He's just
What's up with these QBs? I've never heard of these. I've never heard of anybody on these teams.
Well, Zach Collaros is goated. He's a name and a guy that I've seen a little bit for Winnipeg, but Trey Ford's the quarterback for the Elks, and he's like maybe rookie year or early career Lamar, just the way he plays, pretty inconsistent throwing wise, but he's a little dynamic. He can make some shit happen in the pocket.
Okay.
Like he's a fun watch at times, but he's a brutal watch at times too.
Okay. Be honest, or do you want to back Collaros because he went to Cincinnati?
No, I don't. I don't have Cincy tonsils like that.
Just had to make sure.
I have Sorsby tonsils like that.
I just had to make sure. God, he's old. Seasoned
Yeah.
vet, 36-year-old QB. He looks like the QB from Blue Mountain State. Literally.
Yeah, it kind of does.
If anybody in the chat's seen that show, great show back in the day. He literally looks like the backup quarterback from Blue Mountain State, the main character. Holy shit. And let's hope he plays like him because that kid was kind of a bucket in the show. And I'm looking at Trey Ford's. Where did he end up? Did he play college ball somewhere?
Could not tell you that off the top of my head.
Okay.
But
he went to Waterloo.
Waterloo. I know he's from Canada. So
he's Canadian. He represented the University of Waterloo in Canadian football. This guy's been playing Canadian football his whole fucking life.
Yeah, he's nuck. He's nuck. He's like one of those. Trying to think of a quarterback in college to compare him to. Just like one of those dual threat quarterbacks that everybody thinks is so much better than he is.
Kyron Jones.
Yeah, that might be a decent comp.
Yeah, I cannot wait to buy back into Kyron Jones and the Hokies, man.
Okay.
I can't wait.
You should wait. You should wait, Krabs.
Okay. Was goated in 2021. Canadian Goots is saying, sure. I live exactly on the U.S.-Canada border. Annoying crossing daily. Okay. Well, you're pretty close to Buffalo then, probably, Vanisk. Probably get some good chicken wings up there. I don't know why that's the first thing my brain goes to, but hungry. Hokies 2026 national champs. Imagine Z-Shrek. Imagine. He's for sure going to be goated in college football 26. Well.
Kyron Jones.
Probably.
Moves,
honestly.
Moves.
You know who I'm actually excited about, though? This running back we got from Bowling Green, who's supposed to be pretty fucking good. Seriously. I don't want to hear it. We've had good running backs the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. That's not that crazy to take. We got this kid coming in from Bowling
Green.
Green.
You're excited to play with the running back?
Yeah. Dude, I'm excited for this kid coming in from Bowling Green. He's supposed to be a stud. I saw some articles in the feed this week about him getting drafted potentially next year. He's a sleeper.
What's his name?
Let's see. I don't know why I don't remember off the top of my head.
I feel like I remember who you're talking about.
We got 2 transfer RBs who are supposed to be goods. Terrion Stewart.
Oh, yeah. I know Terrion Stewart.
He's good.
Goated. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
He's going to be a beast this season for us.
I'm back.
We got West Virginia's O-line coming over. They're solid. Drones. See what happens there. And the defense is always okay. Not great, which is weird because our coach was the defensive coordinator for Penn State. You'd think the defense would be good. Makes no sense.
Could be knock. How's the schedule?
Enough Hokie talk for a month. Okay. We don't need to go over the schedule. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole. Okay.
I was just I was looking for like a one-word answer, but I'm looking at it. It's pretty nuck.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
It's doable.
Like really bad.
It's doable. Yeah. I know we play a lot of the shittier teams in the ACC this year, unlike last year.
Yeah.
We got a chance.
That schedule is horrible. Okay.
I still have nightmares. Yeah, I still have nightmares about the Miami overturned touchdown bullshit.
Yeah.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night in a sweat. I still cannot believe we got shafted.
Dude, I mean, I have nightmares of Cal blowing a 20-point fourth quarter lead. So I can only imagine if it was actually my team and it was a ref call.
We're both having fucking nightmares about Miami football. That should never happen.
Yeah.
Not in the Big 2-5. Oh, that shit was the definition of let me make a phone call and see what's better for the ACC. The definition of it.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Quan Felton, man. Might be the last time anybody hears that kid's name, but he's on the Giants. We'll see what happens. It's not going to be easy. Shout out to Quan Felton. He caught that fucking ball. That was a touchdown.
Make the trip to Blacksburg to see the lick back on Vandy this year or what?
If there's one game I'd want to go to, it'd be that game. Because I know we're going to skull fuck them. We're going to skull fuck them. That one's personal. Yes.
Fair.
Bro, I stood out there in the 105-degree heat, thought I was going to fucking pass out. People were literally leaving the game. They're like, I can't be out here anymore. It's not safe. They were leaving.
I mean, yeah.
It was insane to watch our dicks get kicked in.
Trust me, I've being here at some of the TCU games, I've wanted to leave
You've been
so many
there, bro.
times.
You've
So
been
many
there.
times. There's like
Oh,
2 games that I didn't leave that I really thought I was going to die. That Buffs game, which we just couldn't leave because that was a fantastic game. And Natty year, we went to SMU. And
yeah.
that was probably the hottest I've ever been in my life. And they had no water. They brought in like warm water after like a half. Their stadium's dog shit, so there was no like shade, no super hot, even in like the concourse because it was all concrete. It was just unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. It just sounds terrible, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
God, what was I gonna say? Oh, I had something good. Shit. Oh yeah, Joshy boy, you making a trip down to Blacksburg this season, dude? I have not been back to school since I graduated. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Pretty
Because
moose.
every year, I know it's
Live in
it's
the
kind of
same
weak.
state.
I know it's weak, although it's 4 hours away.
But
But
yeah, I know that.
It's weak.
But
It's weak. But every year I say, hey, as soon as the football team gets back on track, my ass will be right there on the fucking way on Route 66, making my way up there. And every year they fucking stink, and they somehow get worse. It's on them. They show an ounce of heart. I'm there. I'm driving up. I'm hitting Sharky's. I'm hitting Main Street. I'm getting Benny's Pizza. They got this pizza place that has slices the size of your fucking dome piece. I'm hitting all the spots. They got to earn it, though.
I mean, they beat overrated South Carolina, and you're in.
If they
is
beat
that all
South
it's gonna
Carolina,
take?
yeah, you have that schedule still handy?
Yeah, I do.
Go through the schedule real quick. First couple games.
South Carolina, Vandy.
Okay, that's it. That's all I needed to hear. If they win that game against South Carolina, which they won't, I'm sure they'll cover, but they won't. It'll be heartbreaking against Little Beamer. If they win that game, I'll go to the Vandy game.
Sure.
I'll drive my ass up there. I'll go there boots on ground. You have my word. You have my word. Okay? They got to earn it. I'm not fucking around. No handout visits. Okay?
Gotta earn it.
I'm also pissed because I DM'd one of the people who work for the basketball program one time. I was like, yo, can I come up for a game and do the fucking, halftime, half court shooting thing? And he was like, no. He literally was like, no, we don't, pick and choose who does that. It's random. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
ECU let me on the fucking court a couple weeks ago. Give me a fucking break. I went to your school.
You know why they said no? Because they saw the VCU footage.
Yeah. Might have had something to do with it. I got to get my lick back, man. Shit.
You can't, after the VCU performance, you might have to go smaller. You can't jump straight up to VT. You got to work yourself.
Should I go to
up
fucking
there.
Hampton or some shit?
Yeah, you go to what's near there, Hampton or
George Mason down the street?
Yeah, George Mason. Then maybe work your way up to like Georgetown or somewhere there, then go up to the Hokies.
Yeah. And go see my guy Dola Adebayo. He's playing at George Mason this year from Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah,
Good for him. Good for him, bro. All right, looks like I'm also sweating this Nerfy right now in the Toronto and Cleveland game. And apologies, chat. Let's go and flash up the squares for today, Goodsy. And what a fucking catch. Oh my God, I dropped it. That has to be a catch. That has to be a catch. Did anybody see that? Or was that just me? I know I'm freaking out. That has to be a catch. Absolute rocket from J-Ram to right field. Guy makes a jumping catch in right field, catches it, but on the transfer, the ball pops out. And I see Quan go from second to third. That's got to be on the transfer. That's got to be on the transfer.
Yeah, that's a transfer.
For sure on transfer.
100%
What a
transfer.
fucking catch, boys.
Nathan Lukes. Goat.
Nathan Luke's
squad ride respecter.
Holy shit. Yeah, he is. Remember? Hit that fucking home run.
Yeah.
In the last at bat, the cash.
Pretty sure he got out twice yesterday with the bases loaded for the Jays.
Holy shit.
So all-time squad ride respecter.
Knock on wood. Let's get one more out here. We got Carlos Santana at dish. We got 2 outs. I'm sweating this Nerfy. I'm sweating this under. Come on. Come on, Gossman. You just got fucking blessed. What a play by Nathan Lukes. Holy smokes. Incredible catch. I hope you guys in the chat saw that. I know you guys are sweating out these day games.
That was great.
You're not here for nothing. Great catch, Jovan. You get eyeballs on that?
Yeah, I turned it on. I saw the
Holy
catch.
smokes. All right.
Stephen Kwan taking largest lead of all time over
I mean,
there.
he's literally he's at home plate right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? How about, hey, Gosman, how about you give him a fucking look?
Santana seeing marbles.
I used to do that shit all the time. I wasn't fast, but I'd just fucking dance around like a douchebag on the base pass trying to get in the pitcher's heads. In high school, that shit works.
Yeah.
In high school, that shit works. Doesn't work all the time
that
in
shit
the MLB, but
in 12U travel ball.
sure.
Get under
Yeah,
your skin.
that's some travel ball bullshit. Honestly, it's probably why I had so many fucking hit by pitches. Hold the fucking line, chat. We got 2 outs. We got a 2-2 count against Carlos Santana. Come on. Come on. One more pitch, Gosman. See if we can get lucky here because he's not looking too good. He's given up 2 fucking cock shots already. A double and then that crazy catch by Luke's.
Yeah, I've seen all I need to see from Gosman in this game, regardless of what happens this inning, to tell you. He's about to serve one up at some point.
Yeah, he looks like shit. They keep showing Quan on the bases.
Yeah, he's jumping, dude. He's in
Bring him
fair
up. Let's
territory,
go.
dude.
Come on.
God,
Take a fucking seat. How about that, Nerfy?
God, his ass.
Dang.
W ump.
2 words. Got his ass. Let's
W
fucking go, yay, lads. Come on. Did we get blessed there?
Yeah, that was a strike. Go to
It's
death.
not a strike.
No. Not the ump, though.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I'm not a big handout guy, but every once in a while,
Love some handouts.
take one. Every once in a while. Sometimes you need one, right? To pick me up. It's okay to take a handout or 2 every once in a while. Not every day, right? Take a handout. Let's go, chat. W Nerfy. And yeah, good thing I got this one to you guys early, but I didn't like a fucking bozo. I'm being sarcastic, and it's sitting here on my sharp report. That's on me. That's on me. I don't even know if we're going to count that as a win. We might have to just cross that off for tomorrow. But can I talk about Shane Baz? Talk about your guy today, Jovan.
I bet.
I know.
I bet.
Chart looks weird. Caught my eye. Dug into it a little bit. Like the over in this game. I like Kansas City. It's a match made in heaven here on Prize Picks. With the angle I think this game goes in. We get runs early and often from Kansas City. I think Shane Baz gets mucked up today. I think Bobby Witt gets 2 of the 5.5 hits. To be honest with you. The rest of the squad only has to come through with 4. Shane Baz gets mucked up today. He's been pretty good of late. He's been limiting the hard contact his last couple starts. But today, day game, Royals backs against the wall, losers of 4 in a row. Wake up call. Get it going. Bobby Witt, big time announcement going to the World Baseball Classic. It's going to be Bobby Witt Day. I've already seen it. He's got some crazy squares up there too.
Sure.
Back the Royals bats and back Shane Baz to give up more than 5.5 hits allowed in the game starting up in, I don't know, 45 minutes. Get involved. Yeah. Okay. We got a torque bang. Please tell me we got a torque bang.
Yeah.
Oh my God, LC.
LC's
Torque fucking.
That was her square on fucking TMAs. Let's go. Come on.
Torque fucking.
Torque fucking. Great call, LC. I'm hurt. Let's fucking go, LC. Krabs, that square's gone. No fucking chance I gave you guys no squares today. Are you serious?
GG.
Yep. Gone. That sucks. Guys, I usually check the squares before the stream, but obviously I was on TMA today. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's
I know
bullshit.
Baz before the stream was there. So I'd locked it in right as we were starting stream.
I know, but I haven't brought it up in the first hour of the show, and now it's gone, and now I feel like a bozo, and I feel bad. Oh.
Yeah, it's Nuck.
I'm sorry, guys. That sucks. Well, let's power through Jovan's, and maybe we'll have a little bit of time to craft up another couple squares that we like. Jovan?
Yeah, I've got fantasy scores, so mine are still going to be there. I'll
Okay.
take you to the other side. Talk about the soft hitting guys. We took Chandler yesterday. I want to take Jake Mangum today. He's in like a better spot, I guess, to Muck Platter. Same thing like applies with him. I think it's a good matchup for him against, you know, one of these, really any of these pitchers that are not named like Riggins that they could possibly face. But He loves to keep the ball on the ground. You don't need to hit the ball hard in this matchup. It doesn't really serve you to do that. But same thing as Chandler Simpson. It's ridiculous how many times Jake Mangum, Simpson, even like Caballero, how many infield hits they get because they're so good at back control when you're in a golden matchup now, regardless of how this game turns out. But he's not quite a Waka that he's going to see today, but it's a relatively, I guess, similar matchup you'd see with Lorenzen, who's also struggled a lot against lefties as of recent. So I think he's going to poke one through. He did get bumped up from 4.5 to 5. So if he lands on 5, tip cap. But RBI single merchant, he's actually the best hitter with runners in scoring position in all of the MLB Krabs. Jake Mangum.
Have a year, Jake Mangum. Jesus.
It's unbelievable. And the funny thing is, most of those balls do not leave the infield, which is hilarious. So today he's sitting in the 5 hole too. So he's going to be behind Yandy, Brandon Lowe, Caminero, and Aranda, I believe, in that order. So the plat's going to be set, even if the Royals are scoring runs and end up winning this game. So he's probably mucking Platter again, and I'm taking him. And then I'm also taking Brandon Nimmo, known Krabs guy.
Yes, he is.
I think this. I was debating between the Mets and just taking that over, but I didn't want to fade Griffin Canning after how bad he's been. But I do think there's still going to be runs in this game against Grant Holmes, who he's been really, really good recently. But he's been very fortunate against a lot of left-handed hitters, and I think Nimmo is the guy that I want to take advantage of that. Soto's obviously been red hot. I don't know why you would still pitch to him, I guess, at this point, but Nimmo's the guy I think can start the Platter, depending on where he hits, but start the Platter, set it, or give up or get a stolen base, just like we had with J-Rod yesterday. I think that's a viable option too, but he's also super patient. So God forbid Grant Holmes, he's had a couple games where he's had some pretty bad control issues. So Soto might not be the only one he lets get a free pass on base. I think Nimmo, who's one of the more patient hitters in that lineup, probably the most patient hitter not named Soto, can possibly get on in that way too. So I like that.
Soto is red fucking hot.
Seeing him, dude.
Piping hot.
Seeing him.
All of his aura, his swag, his mojo is returned. Didn't take long. People fucking lost their minds because he didn't hit well. He hit 250 for a month and a half. Give me a fucking break. The people who are bitching about that know nothing about baseball and how it works. A month and a half is nothing. Look what he's doing the last month and a half. Best hitter in baseball. Dude's hitting 350, hitting multiple home runs a game. And he's shuffling. He's back. He's back.
Literally so bad.
Unbelievable. He's him. We got a couple subbies coming in here, Jovan. We got Zims coming in, resubbing, 27-month anniversary. Last day of being 27. Hell yeah. Happy early birthday, my man. Let's go, Zims. Attaboy. And Lowell Thane coming in, resubbing as well for 15 months. 2 season vets. Appreciate you guys. Love to see it. Okay?
That's
sure. But he's not shuffling. God, people must just hate Soto's guts. All the fucking Soto haters came out. They were tired of seeing him be good and be cocky and shuffling, and they took it out on him for a month and a half. Now they look like fools because they don't know that he's a top 5 hitter in baseball, plain and simple. He is. Dude's him. All right. Soto's a me guy? Yeah, he is, but he deserves it. He won a ring when he was 20. He could be a me guy. Okay? Let's move. Let's groove. Jovan W. Squares. Would love to take a peep at some of the games we have not touched on yet, which I don't think there's many of them. To be honest,
not too much on the slate.
Not many of them. Philly, Houston, we didn't touch on. Kind of like the sneaky contrarian over in that game. They got that Hunter Brown more than 1.5 earned run square. It was looking to me a little funny. Although I have not had much success fading Hunter Brown this year, I'll be honest. But I'm seeing graphics, people talking about him being the best pitcher in baseball, lowest DRA in baseball. Could be a decent day to fades against this Phillies lineup.
I agree. I think I almost just want to take the Phillies because
Wow.
I'm not a big Christopher Sanchez fader either.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a big Christopher Sanchez fan, and he's been great this year.
Yeah, he's good, man.
I do think Hunter Brown gets hit up a little bit, especially after I couldn't tell you why this was done against the Angels of all teams, but whole world faded him last time out, and he absolutely shoved against the Angels, which couldn't tell you what pointed to that. Well, against the Angels, just dog meat offense, but now much different matchup, I guess, with the Phillies. I think he gives up some damage.
Okay. Looks like Lockmouth is on him. Hasn't bet him in a week, but he's getting involved today. He's been patiently waiting. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, I like the Phillies at plus 120. Good value play. I'd probably rather go with the over in the game. But but that might be a little nastier, and I doubt people are going to want to take that puppy and over with Hunter Brown and Chris Sanchez. I just like that 1.5 earned run square.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay. All right. You like the Cubs on the ML? Let's talk about the Dodgers and the Rockies. I like the over in this game. Every time I look at it, it's higher. Opened up at 11.5. Looked this morning, it was at 12. Now I'm looking right now, it's at 12.5. Runs. Keep it simple.
Runs.
Might be square, don't care. It's baseball. You can be square every once in a while. And it's still an over at 12.5. Take the over. Dodgers are an over machine.
And the Rockies are probably going to help them a lot more than yesterday.
Offensively and with Gomber on the bump. Certainly does not hurt.
Well, yeah, I was just talking about the runs coming from the offense.
Sure.
Because I think if they weren't, total would not be 12.5.
Okay. Yeah, Sade, I'm not going to talk you off of Andy Pajes. Okay? That dude is legitimately seeing beach balls up there at the dash. He's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. All right. I like the Giants first 5 minus a half. And then you like the Mets on the ML, and I do as well. Back in Griffin Canning, back in the Mets to start getting hot again after a little slump. They got a big time win yesterday. I think they followed up with another one against the overrated Braves. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Okay. Jovan, why did Raz get pulled in a dominant start at such a low pitch count? The big bat's asking.
Well, it's because the way they do it with Raz, he's pretty much always 5 and dive if he's playing a team, because they only want teams to see him for X amount of times. Like most of the time, his starts are not decided by pitch counts, decided by how many innings. So, like, I guess they just didn't want the lineup to see him the third time through. Because I mean, it's smart because he throws a shit ton of fastballs. So, like, if you're Bobby Witt and you're seeing a bunch of fastballs in the zone third time through, you're probably going to start hitting them. They're smart with it. Plus, I'm sure they also want to preserve his arm throughout the season because he is a converted reliever coming off of an injury too from last year. So, long-term approach.
Okay. Yeah. You don't need him throwing his arm out halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when God knows when Shane's going to be back at this point. And Clanahan, I guess it is. Not Baz because he's here.
Yeah.
That timeline keeps getting further and further.
Okay. Chat, by the way, after today, we are halfway through the MLB season. After today, most teams will be through 81 games. I'm no mathematician, Jovan, but 81 times 2, 162. That's how many games they play.
Yep.
How about that math? So after tonight, we'll be halfway through the season. God, it's absolutely flying by. Crazy. Halfway through. And Gaussman is just giving up the hardest contact of all time or walking people. That more than pitching out squares kicked. I'm moving on.
Beach
Okay.
ball Bo Naylor is about to mock platter.
He sucks. He can't hit. I'm not worried about him.
I don't know. I'd be mucking with him in the show, dude.
Got a good to the show car. That's exactly what Trent said last night. I'm geeking.
Yeah,
I was ripping him a new one.
Yeah,
He's got a good show car.
I bring him in, and Trent's always, "What the fuck are we doing with Bo Naylor? He's rakes."
Nuke. Well, maybe he could take some notes from his show card then, because he's not hitting like that in person.
He was up for half a TB today. Could be Ma.
Soto Lightning card in the show will feed fans. That'd be something, Brian. That would be something. Jay thinks Kershaw's getting mucked. I agree. Okay. Who was it yesterday talking about Joe Ryan under? Yeah, I bet. It's probably me.
No, he's talking about Surge Stream. Somebody gave that.
Ship play.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen a pitcher give up harder contact and get outs
Jesus.
than Kevin Gausman right now. It's warning track shot after warning track shot. It's actually impressive. Jesus. He's just trying to get his outfielder some work, right?
This might be
Keep him active.
If we get to, this is what, it's going to be second time through probably by the time we get to the third. It might be a good live bet. If we get to bottom third, 0-0, I'm hopping in.
On the Guardians?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. How about DeGrom Nation? Almost a no-hitter. Yeah, insane, Prime. Insane. Vintage.
We might have to start talking about
Vintage.
that race getting a little closer. Everybody's kind of giving the title to Scooball. DeGrom's right there for Cy Young.
Sure. I agree. And I think Scooball gave up a couple in his last start.
Yeah,
right?
DeGrom, he's got a lower ERA, I'm pretty sure, by a decent margin at this point.
The gap is certainly closing. I wouldn't say it's closed. Wouldn't say it's even yet, but it's closing. Yeah. Agreed. All right. Chat, now can be a good time. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And Lane Thomas is stealing bases. I fucking doubt.
Oh, but.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, but.
Are you kidding me? Chat, I want to take something on Prize Picks. I'm pretty blown. These two squares are fucking caked. It's probably just pivoting to Shane Baz less than fantasy score. To be honest with you. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pair Shane Baz with Jake Magnum and Brandon Nimmo. Jovan's two squares. 24.5. Why is this guy non-existent? There he is. Jake fucking. And Krabs guy, Brandon Nimmo. Dude fucking hustles his ass off out there, man. Never seen a guy sprint to first base faster. It's honestly kind of weird. I'm locking it in, folks.
If you need a fourth leg for that, Krabs, you can go ahead and put Emeka Egbuka NFL season yards.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Could always be that.
Dude, so you have any golf today you like? Or is it too late?
I don't think it's too late, but I'm not too tapped in on this tournament. I was too busy chirping Orioles fans.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I just dropped the link. If you guys want to tail that 3-man, it's up.
Josh, you dropped the 6-man in the chat earlier. You sent a link. I don't know if any. I didn't look at it, but there could be some squares left from that.
Okay. Pulling up the YouTube chat here, making sure I'm not missing anything from you goats. Want to shout you out real quick. We got Pip lurking, Krabs, who slept on the Rockies. Mr. Goodman, the catcher, definitely a Krabs guy. Yeah, dude, Goodman's nice. He's legitimately their best player. It's crazy. I like him. Krabs as a Virginia native, Benny's elite and cheap. Dude, it's so fucking good. So good. Chase talking about the mounts. Sure. You 100% could do it at the mount. I know. I could probably pull some strengths and do it at the mounts. That could be a good start. Up in Emmitsburg, doing the halftime shoot around. Sure. Pretty good idea. Okay. What else, chat? We got Aiden Cavazos in the YouTube as well. May have missed it, but any players you like in Miami and San Fran? I like Junk less than fantasy score.
Junk.
It's a decent square. Fading Junk. Best name for a pitcher in baseball right now.
Jansen fucking.
Yeah. I could probably get you to do it at Fairfield. Chaco, we'll talk. My people, reach out to your people. We'll talk. Okay. Could get you a half-court shot at Penn State. All right, yeah, lads. Sure. Chaco's got the connections at the Ballsack States. You're goddamn right. And W chilling with Chaco and Big Chaco. A couple Chacos at the PLL this weekend. Great vibes. Great vibes.
Incredible vibes.
Okay.
God,
Lewitt is better.
That Giants lineup, Krabs. Holy horse meat. Oh my God. So bad.
Well, then why are they catching steam?
I know. I'm not talking you off it. You just
Weird.
might be ripping your eyes out at the bottom of that lineup. You got to hope Devers does something.
Okay.
Because you got Koss, Wisely, and Kisner in the same lineup, all in a row at the bottom.
It's 3 auto outs.
Literally auto.
Okay. Auto Gelato. We'll be in touch, bro. We'll be in touch. Maybe I'll bring this up again closer to the season. Let me see if we can get a little handout going. Okay. Blue Jays with their first hit of the game, top of the third. Sure. Real Exclusiveness is asking, is Shane Baz getting 4Ks or is that over 3.5, -170 a trap? I'm seeing him up for 4 strikeouts on Prize Picks, and it certainly looks trappy to me. Dude's been shoving of late. It's part of the reason why I wanted to take his less than fantasy score. I'm not seeing the strikeouts for him today, but we'll see. Okay. Can we talk about the NBA draft for a second?
Sure.
Let's talk about the NBA draft for a second. How do you feel about your Heat pick?
Don't get me started, Krabs. Don't get me started, dude. Was down for Walter. Now we just got Tyler Hero Light to play the same role. There's a lot worse options, I guess, on the board at that time. It just, like, I can't sometimes, man. It's another year of, like outside of Khalil, where it's just like you're talking yourself into the draft picks being somewhat useful, and then it's somebody who plays the same role. I don't know what to do with it.
I kind of like Kasparis, but I 100% see what you're saying. They just drafted a position that they already have, and they're good to go.
Yeah, we drafted literally the same player. Like, we needed a spot up shooter, like a true playmaking point guard. Like, Jonas he's a good playmaker, but we're not going to give him the keys there. We will have given, like, Walter the keys, at least to the second unit. It's just, he's literally Tyler.
Yep. Looks like Bobby's caked. 2 guys on, no outs. This under is on thin ice. As Chewy would say, under's on thin ice.
Thin ice.
Jazz trading in front of the Heat for Clayton was petty. Well, it's a pretty smart move, in my opinion.
Moose.
Pretty
they got fucking
smart move.
The Jazz getting Walter and Ace Bailey, who also doesn't want to be there. That team is going to give up 140 points a game. They already did. The defense is already bad. It just got worse.
Yeah. 2 high risk, high reward players. One of them probably will work out.
Yeah,
We'll
I mean, probably. It's just I don't really know why. I mean, they're just
Certainly
taking
with
most
you on the
talented
defense
guys. Yeah,
certainly with you on the defense thing, but those are 2 spark plugs on offense.
100%.
Those are 2 really good offensive players. I bet one of the 2 ends up being pretty fucking good. Worst pick of the draft has to be Yang Hansen, respectfully.
Dude,
It's not personal, it's just business. No way you're in on Yang.
Kind of in on Yang. I feel like they know something.
They pulled the guy out of the nosebleeds at the top of the fucking arena to walk down. Do you see the video?
Yeah, you know what he did when he was walking out of the arena? He dapped up Rich Paul. He sees somehow Yang Hansen is a clutch sports guy.
No shot.
How that happens, I don't know. But they know something. They absolutely know something.
He has a 9'3" standing reach. Jovan, I've never heard anybody talk about a player's standing reach. I feel like they made up a new stat for this guy. He's damn near a basketball hoop with his arms up in the air.
Shit's unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Shit's actually unbelievable.
Chet just replied to Trent. Fuck yeah, Darafi. Where? On Twitter or Instagram? That's fucking
We also
sick.
talk about the Nets.
Yeah, you don't like what they're building?
Dude, the Nets, I think they're the first team ever to get 5 first-round picks, if I'm not mistaken. They might have gone 0 for 5. Like, what are they doing? I'm kind of more in on, I guess, Igor than a lot of people seem to be.
I like
but
Igor.
Other than that, I like Igor, but other than that, they got Traore, they got Saraf, the 2 like foreign guys. Danny Wolf, I'm kind of in on, but I don't know if he fits. And then the other one they
Drake
got
Powell.
for the trade, I'm blanking on.
Drake Powell,
Moose.
who's literally just leaky black,
Yeah. Like,
reincarnated.
what are they doing?
That might be worst pick of the draft. I'm changing my pick from Yang to Drake Powell. Worst
Drake
pick of the
Powell's
draft.
pretty bad pick. Really bad pick.
Oh. What are they doing, man?
Like, what are they
They
building?
could have fucking drafted a whole new starting 5 and they picked like 4 of the 5 worst options.
Pretty bad.
Weird. Super, super weird. I mean, Ben Saraf, maybe that works out, maybe it doesn't. But as a Wizards fan, I see this shit every year. Almost every year we draft a 4 guy who's 18 years old in the second round, and we never hear from him again. Legitimately. Yeah. Oh. So weird.
It's just like
Let's
they
go,
drafted all
Trent.
these guys that are playmakers. Just none of them can shoot.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
they're
Will
probably
Riley
about
should help,
to,
right?
yeah, Cam Johnson's probably about to be somewhere else too. So they're really going to have like negative shooting.
I was surprised that Liam McNeely fell that far.
Yeah. I would have rather taken him than KJ.
Yeah.
I would have been so down for that.
Thomas Sorber, I know you were roasting Trent for that pick, but I kind of like that pick. They're in no rush. He could be solid.
Yeah. I just feel like that team needs a more mobile big.
Yeah, he's got concrete feet.
Concrete feet. He's like,
Okay.
you know, how much I don't want to say Hardenstein held them back, but like at times I think it was more than just the matchup that he didn't fit in the offense at times. Like Sorber's like double that. But I will say winner of the draft just might be the Grizz. So they got the GOAT. Cedric Howard, Himothy. Cedric Howard gives me, outside of like the GOATs, I'm not talking like the Spurs and teams that got like the top picks. Cedric Howard gives me J-Dub vibes, where he's like the late draft riser that's a do-it-all type of player, elite scorer. He was going to go to Duke, but decided to stay in the draft because all the teams loved him. Now they have the D-Bane hole that I guess they're filling a little bit. I think he's going to be him.
Okay. Chat's comparing him to Kawhi.
He's a great defender too, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, an interesting first round. I'm excited for the second round. Although I don't think the Wizards... Did the Wizards have a pick? They traded away that 40th pick, didn't they? We didn't have a fucking pick tonight.
Did you? Yeah, the Suns got it.
Somebody
Moose
confirm?
Moose Nug. Yeah, I'm seeing Suns have that pick. 10th pick of the round.
Yeah, don't tell me Bybee is about to walk in a guy with the fucking bases loaded here. Please don't. Please don't. Oh, 3-2 count, 1 out, bases loaded for the Blue Jays. Tanner Bybee loves walking people. Wow, we got lucky. And we got Luke's at the dish, too. This cannot go well. Cannot go well. Okay. Well, why don't we lock in and craft up a little squad right here?
Sure.
You in? Goots, do me a favor, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. W squad ride yesterday. Jovan, great fucking work. Got to find some winners today. It's not going to be easy because we only have a couple later games. I volunteer the Giants on the ML. First 5, minus a half. Giants first 5, minus a half.
Yep.
You good with that?
Good with that.
3-2 count for Bybee. Right down the cock vein, Nathan Lukes. That's at least 2 runs.
Holy, worst pitch of the decade.
Worst pitch of decade.
Be a sack. Nope. 2-run single.
Yep.
That was horrific pitch. Horrific pitch from Bybee.
Legitimately, I could have hit that baseball. Right down the middle.
Really bad.
Curveball, hanger, if you will. Oh. All right, I'm moving on.
Vladdy Tish.
It's good. Yeah, it's just not good. God, Bobby's got the worst fucking body language up there, too. He just looks like he's, poor me. It's not my fault.
Dejected.
Let me whine, let me bitch.
Dejected.
He just can't figure it out up there, man. It's sad. All right, I really like the Giants first 5, minus a half. Out of your 3 plays, Jovan, what would you say your confidence level's at for the Mets?
Yeah, I would say Mets are probably up there at the top. Wow, shout out Snowman with a party in 9 coming in hot.
W Snowman, you're the beast. Appreciate you.
Fucking.
Let's go, Snowman. I liked seeing the Snowman, the ratings of the draft picks last night.
Was that on Twitter?
W Snowman. Although one of the guys, he said, I literally don't know who that is. It was pretty funny. I think it was Ben Saroff.
Ben Saroff. Goat.
He was like, see, I don't know who that guy is. It's hilarious. And you know what? I didn't really either. I'll be honest. I didn't. All right. Are we going 2 plays, Jovan, or are we getting your fucking over involved?
Could be a you call because you know that's going to win if we put it in there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you were in love with it, I would know by now.
I mean, there's only so much you can be in love with it. I'm not going to put it over like baseball plays, dude.
Okay. We'll leave it out. Let's go quality over quantity today. 2 plays, 2 winners. Okay.
Yeah,
2 plays, 2 winners. Jack, get involved.
That Trent Nihao was ridiculous.
Not okay.
How do we do that?
I don't know. I don't know how he keeps getting away with it.
He's got to have some conversations.
And then he just goes and serves chicken fingers like it's nothing the next day. Unbelievable. Jack, get involved. 2 plays, 2 winners. BTL squad ride poll, Giants first 5 -0.5, and the Mets on the money line. Get involved. Okay. 2 plays, 2 winners. Giants first 5 -0.5, and the Mets on the money line. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 2 plays to choose from. Get those votes up. We've got hundreds of people in here, and we've got 40 votes. It makes no sense. And a ridiculous passed ball that scores a run.
GG.
Oh my God, it was a pickoff, and the first baseman missed it.
That's knuck.
And then he threw it home. The worst throw up. The catcher wasn't even looking. That was the worst play I've ever seen.
That's knuck.
Huh. Bo Naylor wasn't even paying attention. He stinks. He'll never be his brother. What a fucking joke. He's bad at ball. Little League. Oh, it was always the fucking Jays, chat. God damn it.
Knuck.
Unbelievable. Get those votes in, chat. Hurry up. And they just hit Vladdy on the next pitch. That looked intentional. Not going to lie.
Okay.
That looked like Tanner Bybee said, fuck this. I'm hitting Vladdy right here.
Okay.
That was
Krabs getting swept again. First 5.
Yeah, I don't know what else. I tried yelling. I tried not. I tried being nice. Dude, I don't either.
The Mets,
like,
of course, but just there's never Krabs love. He just ain't missing first 5s these days. And still
it's
not
like
getting
so
votes.
disrespectful and makes no sense. I don't get it.
Shit's
I don't get it.
unbelievable, dude.
I don't get it. I don't. But luckily, the Mets ML is a good looking play as well. And I'm excited to tail that puppy.
Sure.
Only night game tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Literally the only game we got. Mets on the ML, back in Red Hot Soto and Co., back in Brandon Nimmo to go out there and do yop. Wouldn't have it any other way, Jovan. I'm in.
Wouldn't.
Sign me up, bro. W play, W stream today. I know the card is moose shit. The slate is moose shit today, chat, but it ain't much. It's honest work, and I appreciate you guys joining us. Okay? W stream. Hope you guys have a great Thursday. Okay, go out there and have a great night tonight. If you're going out and enjoying some beverages, it's the weekend. It counts. Be responsible with the beverages and with the bets tonight. All right, go make some coins. I appreciate you guys.